man's latent spiritual facilities. Quote, to prepare a new phase of the Christian religion to be used during the coming age now at hand, for as the world and man evolve, so must religion change. Of course, we'd be doing that in the Episcopal Church, we'd make it up as we go along, but that's a whole other heresy for another day, I suppose. Men and women are admitted into the fellowship for free, with no membership dues, but and there's no price set on its teachings. And its funding is based upon the voluntary giving as is able to contribute. However, they do not admit people who are professional astrologers, mediums, divinators, palmists, or hypnotists. Apparently they're against the competition, I suppose. After the preliminary period, and although the fellowship, which acts only as a prep school for in the physical world, recognizes the sum of 7 grades. Remember, one of the things we talk about these heresies is they tend to have various degrees that you have to work your way through. They recognize 7 grades. The fellowship study progress is primarily based upon a system of 3 grades: regular student, probationer, and disciple. After a 2-year program of becoming a regular student of the fellowship, a person who abstains from all flesh food, no, they're vegetarians, tobacco, mind-altering drugs, and alcohol may apply to be a probationer. When the probationer is compiled, which, by the way, what other groups have we talked about that have dietary restrictions? The Mormons, for one thing. That's right. We'll talk about Seventh-day Adventists as well. They have dietary restrictions. When the probationer has completed the necessary requirements and has completed the term of probation, he may send a request for individual instruction. Access to the disciple grade is granted upon merit. Once admitted into discipleship, where, quote, purity is the key by which alone he, the aspirant, can hope to unlock the gate of God, unquote. The subsequent spiritual unfoldment of the advanced soul, the neophyte, within the Order of the Rose Cross, is conducted through the process of 9 lesser initiations of the Christian mystery. So again, like the Mormons' temple ceremony, and we talk about them having these works righteousness of finding ways to work your way up into higher righteousness. These teachings advocate a dualistic view. On one hand, they hold that man is a spirit enfolding all the powers of God, and that these powers are being slowly unfolded by a series of existences in a gradually improving earthly body. On the other hand, this process of development has been performed under the guidance of exalted beings who are yet ordering our steps through in a decreasing measure as man gradually acquires intellect and will. Man is then seen as a spirit attending the school of life for the purpose of unfolding latent spiritual power within you. And that for this purpose, he lives many lives in earthly bodies. Again, reincarnation, right? The Hindu idea of being reincarnated to you become to be perfected as you go through various lives.
So where do you get all the extra bodies from?
Well, from generation to generation. You die, and then you become somebody else. You take somebody else's body.
Just in the last 100 years, the population has exponentially grown.
But not everybody understands this. It's spiritual. You notice the sarcasm in my voice. Right?
Yes.
Well, there were fewer people in 1908, so it's okay, I guess. Let's see. Purpose of many lives in earthly bodies, rebirth of increasingly fine textures which enable to express himself better and improve his character. Connected to the rebirth, there's the law of cause and consequence, the most fundamental law in their belief in human destiny, that there is not a static law through which we can constantly set new causes into operation, which will create new destiny to balance and improve the old destiny brought with us from our past. It teaches that all the causes set into action in one life cannot be ripened in one existence, but, quote, whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap. So it'll happen in the future. According to Rosicrucian philosophy, also known as this mystic Christianity, the evolution of man in our present great day manifestation is divided into 7 periods. Involution, again, this is from Wikipedia, and again, it's backed up. Let me show you the chart. There it is. 7 worlds. You have involution, which is the Saturn period, the Sun period, the Moon period, the Earth period, The first half was still involution, second half evolution. Evolution itself, the Jupiter, the Venus, and the Vulcan period. Vulcan is free and prosperous. According to it, we are presently in the second half of the Earth period. We've just passed the end of our involution and are beginning our evolution, or the spiralization of matter, and our return to God our Father. In this scheme of evolution, Christ is the highest initiate of the Sun period. This means that this initiate, Christ, has completed his union with the second aspect of God, that is, his wisdom. According to mystic Christianity, the three aspects of God are will, wisdom, and activity. The entity that we call the Father has completed his union with the first aspect of God, will. Then comes the Son, also called Christ, then Jehovah, the highest initiate of the moon period, and has completed his union with the third aspect of God, or the activity. What would the third person be?
Holy Ghost.
The Holy Spirit. So they've taken the doctrine of the Trinity and they've distorted it and given the third person of the Holy Trinity the name Jehovah. I guess they didn't know that Russell had a copyright on that or something. Competition. The sevenfold constitution of man is related to the five of the seven worlds, one of which each one is susceptible to be subdivided into seven sub-regions, and each world more subtle and interpenetrating in a concentric way with the preceding ones. Some of them are related to the planet and the higher ones, and to the whole solar system. Okay, so it gets weirder and weirder. So you've got the world of God. Let's see if we can find it. Then you've got the world of virgin spirits, the world of the divine spirit, the world of the life spirit, the world of thought, which is region of abstract thought and the region of concrete thought. Then you have the world of desire world. Then you have the esoteric world and the chemical regions. So anyway, so you have all sorts of hierarchies that you need to learn your way through while you are allowing yourselves to be perfected. Let's see if there's any other fun charts there to show you. Here's Max Hendel. It says here that the book, its message and mission: a sane mind, a soft heart, and a sound body. Sounds like the YMCA.
Yeah.
Not a bad, the YMCA is not a bad thing, but oh, here is a chart of the relative permanency of the visible and invisible world. So you got all sorts of charts where you have the world of the divine spirit, the world of the life spirit, and they have seven regions, and they have seven regions. And the will and the operator, and it shows you which way you can go in the way that you're thinking. It's all about wisdom. I'll show you. So, anyway.
Makes sense to me.
All right. Suddenly it's all making sense to you, Jose?
Yeah.
All right. I got an address for you. It's, and here we go. And then, of course, what you have to do then is it's all based on cosmic and astrology. So you've got here a chart of diagram 6. The first cosmic plane, and it talks about the different levels: the supreme being, the world, motion, and power, and you go through the various cosmic planes, and then the world of God, with the virgin spirits, divine spirit, etc. And it's all about charting things. Let's see, jump ahead.
Seems like I used to hear more about them than I do today. I see things
You
in
know,
magazines and
yeah, and they used to advertise. You
Yeah,
see them
right.
advertising in magazines.
Yeah.
I don't think they have the. They have really a grand building in Chicago. No, I'm sorry, that's the IM Tower.